Well, good evening. Good afternoon. For some of y'all. Let me see. What time is it? I had to do this live earlier than I would typically because I'm going somewhere later. So I'm gonna wait for y'all to get up in here. Oh, it's 11 p.m. in Paris. Hold on, let me move y'all down. Thank you. Y'all so sweet. I'm gonna wait to see how many people get in here. So I know y'all been on social media. It's ghetto right now. I don't know. Do y'all feel like it's ghetto? My community tab is ghetto. Now listen, I didn't make that post to go back and forth with people. I just wanted to put it there, and that was it. And people want to go back and forth. I'm like, we're not about to go back and forth over what this company came up with when they did their case study or when they received their records. Ain't my fault. But listen, a lot of people are turning that post into, well, who's better? Black men, black women. Listen, that's the past. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I'm moving on. They need to update those stats if you want to ask me. I don't know about y'all. So when I was reading it, I'm like, okay, but outside of that, it's like, I mean, we're not about to go back and forth. They trying to turn it into like a war zone. I'm like, I'm not about to do this with y'all. It's in the past. I'm all focused on the future. We're not in the same spot. So they thought I was about to go back and forth. I'm about to go back and forth with y'all. It's the past. We are looking at the future. So, and hopefully for some people, if you read those stats, it encouraged you to look at the future and to look at the future very differently. So, y'all, it's been real ghetto on the internet, okay? From Nelly to Isaiah Rashad. Yeah, I saw that one too. Lil Fizz. I mean, it's just ghetto. And then you got the Kardashian clan, and I'm including Kanye in that. It's just ghetto. I'm like, do y'all not see each other? I mean, you would think these people don't have their phone numbers and stuff. Or like they can't even video chat call them on Instagram. I'm just like, Black History Month has been very ghetto this year. It don't even feel like Black History Month. It's crazy. And then we got this slippery Scuffle. Let me tell you something else, because I gotta wait till the 5-minute mark. I'm just really shocked that Black men are trying to run with this narrative behind this fight. Okay, it was a slippery scuffle. It was not a fight. You got Black men on YouTube titling "Beat Down Took Place with Dani Leigh's brother." I'm like, I saw somebody get scratched, got some hair pulled. They scuffled a little bit, and that was it. Like, y'all calling this a fight? Now where I come from, we don't call that. We call that like a little scuffle. They got into a little scuffle, girl. It ain't nothing. I mean, they was fighting like girls. And then, let me tell you something. The Black man is very prideful. And at all costs, they have to portray themselves to be hard all the time. And it's just like, listen, you lose too. It's okay. It is okay to lose. You're not going to win them all. But they all up and down my timeline trying to prove that the baby handled business. I didn't see that take place. I didn't. I saw his security. They need to be fired. And the baby, like, he started the whole situation. That's what I saw. But we gonna get into it. They very prideful. I'm like, I didn't see a fight. I didn't see a fight. I didn't see a fight. I did not see blows. I didn't see that. Mm-mm. They was pulling. I'm like, y'all, when I was watching the video, I'm like, is he really pulling his hair? That's his security, though. That's his security. So that's what he paying for. That's his security, whatever. And it don't even look like that's his security. It looked like he hired his homeboys to be in place of his security. And this is why he's currently about to be investigated. Black people get money. I don't know. Black men get money. They do dumb stuff. I don't get it. You're not even gonna hire proper security. So let's get into it. I got a slideshow because I'm extra. And we're gonna get into this Isaiah Rashad situation too. Mm-hmm. Because it's really smelling like Cynthia G, but yeah, they like to call that woman crazy. But I'm like, this really looked like something Cynthia G was talking about. I can't be the only one that saw that. I saw it. I said, dang, more receipts. I'm gonna have to give my opinion on that one. What's crazy is Cynthia G, she get labeled crazy and stuff. And it's like, but y'all constantly feed her. Like, do they not understand if you wouldn't feed her, she wouldn't have nothing to stand on? Do you get what I'm saying? But she got a lot to stand on, to the point where it's piling up. It's starting to look like a dumpster yard at this point. I mean, y'all just keep feeding into it. I'm like, y'all not even trying to make her look crazy no more. It's almost like y'all trying to give her confirmation. And not just her, but all of us. Because it's looking crazy. I'm just like, wow, really? It's crazy. Hospital right. Okay, let me share my screen. Hospital right now. I got in a car accident. I got a rough neck. Hold on, a video from a different angle showed that the baby first. Yeah, I saw him throw. That's why he's being investigated, you guys, is because he threw the first punch. Well, he missed. He hit a drink. That's why he's under investigation. Thank you for the super chat, though. Yeah, I saw that too. Okay. So I got a little slideshow. We're going to start from the beginning because Dani Leigh's brother said, and you know what? I feel like Dani Leigh's brother is clout chasing, but that's just my opinion. He's definitely clout chasing because he wanted this to be some type of celebrity boxing match. And he wanted to put $2 million on it as a bet. So yeah, he's not innocent. He's not innocent. I just want y'all to know that he's not innocent, because I'm just like, you're doing way too much publicly. Like, handle your business. If you really are trying to protect your sister, just handle your business. You don't got to be all public with it. But that's just my opinion. Let me play this video here for a sec. He's just doing too much.
I still beat my ass with my neck like this, bro, on God. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're going to do. When you come to the West Coast, bro, which I know you be out here, we're going to catch this one-on-one fade, bro. You know what I'm saying? One-on-one fade to see what happens between me and you. I want to see how much of a gangster you are. These hands, bro. I really got hands out here. What do you? I'm not 6'9". I'm not none of these rap niggas that be talking and they can't fight. I can actually fight.
How does a charity boxing match end? Between you and the baby?
I'm gonna knock him out. That's it. Plain and simple.
That's the first round. Second round.
I don't know what round it's gonna be, but he ain't gonna touch me. I promise you that. And I got 200K on it myself, independently, with my own bread.
Y'all, I don't like the internet. I don't. And if I would have known that the internet was gonna be what it was gonna be today, I would have never put myself out here. I'm just being honest. Because I don't like the internet. It's so fake. Everything is done for ego, to be seen, and to be seen in a way that people really are not. That's what kills me about social media. That's what kills me about the internet today. Like, it's so fake. It's production, 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 production. That's all it's about. And trying to be seen, trying to be the first one to be like, yeah, I saw it, and over exaggerating it to a point where that didn't even happen. First of all, I don't like how her brother keep using the N-word. But Black people, can we really be that upset? I mean, we put it on everything. We put it in everything. I mean, we just put it everywhere. We put it everywhere. So now you got people outside the community, outside of Afro-Americans or just Black people that are descendants of slavery, that are out here using it so freely, disrespecting our ancestors. That's how I see it. I don't see it no other way. So it's like, can you really be mad? It makes me uncomfortable seeing him say that over and over and over again. So let's go back. This is all of, I just want y'all to know all of this went down for clout. Just to get on the internet, just so they can tweet, just so they can get on Instagram. That's it. That's all this was about. So people getting it all hyped up and stuff like that. I'm just like, relax. Like, it's not that deep. It's really not a scuffle. A little slippery situation took place, and two toddlers was trying to, I guess, I don't know, figure things out. And yeah, that's what happened. That's what I saw. I didn't see nothing else. I didn't see a beat down. I didn't see that.
And I got 200K on it myself, independently with my own bread.
I'm just gonna say this, and a lot of y'all gonna be mad, but this is why we not invited to places, y'all, as Black people. This is why stuff like this. And unfortunately, the ones like myself who know how to behave in public and be appropriate in certain situations and environments, they gonna discriminate against me too. Because this is what we do when we go out. We don't know that, there's a place and a time for certain things. I'm not saying they couldn't handle this. You know what I mean? They could have went outside, something, but you're gonna do it inside? Y'all could have went outside across the street to an open field or something. Like, just, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But now, when we go certain places, you have to understand that this is why we get treated the way we get treated. It's embarrassing. Like, I'm just like, really?
about my hair. Niggas didn't catch no fair one. Niggas they came and jumped me, my nigga. Once I slipped, nigga, I spoke to you like a man, my nigga. I say, yo, come, let's talk one-on-one like some men, my nigga. Me and you on the side, my nigga. On some real nigga shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want
and,
You scared?
and I'm glad. No, I'm not scared. Look, and I'm glad she walked out. So as you can see, nobody was put out.
Oh,
And me calling the police,
yeah,
that's
you
like
told
for my
me so
safety,
many
because
times,
this what
go
I'm
to a
because this what
hotel.
I'm dealing with. Like,
Okay.
this a real deal, cuckoo for cocoa.
Okay.
Look, like,
Look.
this is a real deal. Like, shawty really cuckoo, and she's still here. So nobody was put out.
Yes, the woman is crazy.
Nobody was put out.
Time.
No, this ain't no.
The
We ain't got to
woman
make
is
this a
crazy
sexist
every time
thing.
'cause I forced him to be with me. Okay.
You guys, if this woman goes back, I'm a lose it. Because first of all, I didn't ask to be involved in any of this. I was minding my business. I just happened to be on social media and this popped up. So no one won that fight. But of course, you're going to have black men on social media that's going to try to make it seem like the baby, he handled business, da-da-da. They're not going to hold him accountable, but they got time to do that. You know what I mean? That tells you a lot. Then, on top of all of this, if Dani Leigh's goes back, and I'm going to say this to any woman that's out here, if you get your brother involved, a family member involved, a male family member or a male friend involved in your relationship, and it gets to a physical level, you need to understand as a woman, that relationship is over with. That relationship is over with. What relationship? There's no relationship. There's no relationship because that man does not respect you. Does not respect you at all. And as black women, I really want us to get into this energy that when you disrespect me to a certain point, there's no going back. There's no going back after that. See, a lot of people feel like they can disrespect you and all is forgiven. No. See, you can forgive, but that don't mean you got to allow them back in your life. You can forgive from a distance. They don't need to be in your personal space. They don't need to be in your personal space. There are some situations when it comes with people in general. If they disrespect you to this point, there's no coming back from that. Like at all. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to respond to. There's no closure. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I see a lot of women that feel like a man can disrespect you and you just allow it and you just say, well, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I forgive him. There's just some things that if a person disrespects you so badly, they cannot come back from that. That relationship is over with. Why? Because you know who you are. You know that you don't need that person. You don't. Tolerating that type of disrespect, you should never allow that in your personal space, ever. Ever. Because at that point, if you do, you're self-sabotaging your own life for allowing a person that disrespected you like that to even be around you after that. That's crazy. Then, out of respect for the male that stepped in and decided to protect you, you owe that to them. Like you just do. You just do. You do. You owe that to them. Why? Because you can either, and I've seen women do it for whatever reason. I've seen a woman, she was getting hit on. She was dealing with domestic violence in her relationship. And she allowed her brother to get involved. She went to her brother for help. He went and beat his, and after the situation, she ended up going back to him. Her brother ended up going to jail that night. And she ended up going back to him after the fact. So it's like, as a woman, if you know you need protection, a man gives it to you, and you basically disrespect the man that gave you protection by running back to the very man that they were trying to protect you from. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. And there's a lot of women that will. And it's like, you should have never, if that was the case, if you are going to go back and you know you're going to go back, you should never involve anyone, not even your family. And I don't condone domestic violence. And it may not even be domestic violence. Like maybe this man is being controlling. Maybe he won't allow you to go get your stuff. Like when I was dealing with the narcissist and I knew I was done, I told my younger brother, like, hey, can you go get my stuff? Because I don't feel comfortable going over there by myself to get it. My younger brother was like, yeah, I'll go over there and get your stuff after work. He went over there and got it. And I swore to myself that I was never going to talk to that man ever again, not a day in my life. Because if you are a man and you force my hand to involve my family, it's over with. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. Thank you for the super chat. You can't come back from that type of disrespect. Like, you just cannot. And some women need to know that, because I don't think they do. If Dani Leigh goes back, her family could disown her. All the way. So I'm going to say this. If a man offers you protection, you take it. Continue to move forward. I'm not going to say, because someone said, I struggle to understand how some women would rather put up with that than dip. You got to understand that you can develop a unhealthy addiction and attachment to someone. It's a real thing. Some people have this unhealthy attachment to people for various reasons, you guys. It's so easy to judge. I'm not condoning it at all, but I understand why some people have a hard time just letting that person go, because they have this unhealthy attachment to this person. They have this unhealthy attachment and they cannot let that unhealthy attachment go. So, and it causes codependency issues that they have within the relationship. And in some cases, if you try to like open their eyes to the situation or whatever, like letting them know like this person is not good for them, they cling to them even more. That's why when it comes to some of your girlfriends, they have an unhealthy attachment, and you tell them, oh, well, I feel like, they ask you for your advice. You tell them, well, I feel like you should really let this guy go. He's not good for you. And it's almost like they cling to the man more. So sometimes you just got to let people figure out their issues on their own. You can try to step in, you can try to help, but at the end of the day, the only thing that you really can do is encourage them in a healthy way, that they are a good person on their own, that they can handle their own, that they are beautiful. Like, you can encourage them, but trying to force them to leave a situation, it's just not good. It's not good. Just encourage them. That's all you can do. Don't put them down. Don't roll your eyes when they come at you with something else. Like, if you really do care about your friend and you really are trying to look out for your friend, you encourage her. You encourage her. You uplift her, because she's not getting that from the guy that she's dealing with. But if she gets it from you, maybe it will give her the strength to leave, because you're like the only positive thing in her life. So if she keeps coming back to you, encourage her, pour life into her, because that's the only way she's going to live. Otherwise, she's going to stay. But the reason why this whole situation went down, you guys, with the fight, with the toddlers fighting and all of that, and they got into this slippery scuffle, was because of this live, because of everything that the baby said. And I'm going to play it here for you guys, because he was talking about her family. So that's why her brother, even though he clout chasing, felt like he had to honor his family, because it was so much bigger than just his sister. Everyone thinks it's just about his sister. Mainly, yes, but the baby came for their entire family. And I think that's why he felt like this was something that he had to do.
Okay, Stephanie, go ahead.
This ain't nothing new. This is just me clearing it up, because she's not about to tell this.
From Orlando.
I can show you. You begging me to stay here, Shawty. This not.
Talking about you miss me, come back home, all this stuff. The fuck, I already left your ass.
You can see who cuckoo here
let's
and
see
who's
who's
not.
cuckoo,
Like,
because I'm talking.
but this is my thing. This is my thing.
Time.
They didn't make.
Okay.
They did not make Shawty leave, and somebody need to come make Shawty leave.
Oh no, I'm leaving. I'm
Please,
leaving. Don't worry. But guess
what
what,
I'm
guys?
saying.
I'm trying
Somebody-
to go to the house to get my baby's
Somebody
clothes.
need to make Shawty
And
leave.
he's telling me I can't go to the house to get my baby's clothes because I only have 4 outfits for her because I want to leave. So stop showing me, bro. You wanted to get on live to talk shit and put everybody in our business, trying to act like we haven't been together.
We haven't been together.
Okay, Jonathan. We haven't been together.
You don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, this is so funny.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh my God, how you gonna
This
go
what you
live
dealing
with
with.
me in the room right
You
now?
dealing with a
right
real
there
nigga.
talking
Just not.
about
Hey,
me.
listen.
Like as if I'm not gonna come out here and talk.
I'm gonna let y'all see what's going on. Like, this is my reality.
You're such a cap ass man.
This is my reality.
This
So
is
look,
such a cap ass man. He wants to fuck me and fuck his baby mother and fuck all these Charlotte hoes and fuck all this shit. And me, I'll be okay with that, guys. And me come back and live
Can you
here
stop
and
touching
stay
me?
in
Can
this
you stop
fucking
touching
house
me?
with our child.
I don't want you to stay. I've been begging
Okay,
you to
yeah, I
leave.
know you tried
And
to kick me out
this one of them
yesterday at
real.
3 in the morning.
This
for
one of them
whatever the fuck
real.
reason.
This one of them real movies,
Yeah.
man. Y'all look.
Look at that.
There was a man in my comment section that I blocked just now that was saying, I'm sure all the bitter baby mamas love this video. Now, sir, I'm not saying Dani Leighs is perfect because she's far from it. But did you not hear what she just said? Did you not hear what she just said? This is why I don't encourage women to get involved with men who have multiple baby mamas. He want to sleep with every woman he's had kids with, plus new women that he comes into contact with, plus you. And then not even take care of your kids. Like, that don't even make sense. And I'm not just talking about financially, because that's all black men want to call. That's all they want to focus on is financially. There's more to taking care of a child than finances. That child has feelings, emotions, a self-esteem. You neglecting those things are just as important as you not taking care of them financially. So, I don't know. I knew I shouldn't have worn this. I should have just did my lip gloss. But that's all they want to focus on. It's like, come on. So don't come in here gaslight. I don't like it when y'all do that. I don't even have kids, and I know you gaslight.
Tune in to see what we dealing with. Like, Shawty really cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Real life.
Because I'm talking for myself.
I'm not going.
Because you're calling me a crazy ass woman
I'm not
on the internet trying to make me look bad because your ass was trying to kick me out to go to a hotel with our 3-month baby. What?
Listen.
What? You just going?
I got the entire night.
To leave?
Shawty, can I do my live?
No. Go ahead, do your live.
Somebody said
that's why the folks got to come get her out of here, man.
No, I'm leaving. Trust me, I'm leaving.
God,
but I need my stuff
Shawty's
from
really
your house
crazy.
so I can leave here forever.
Why do you have stuff in my house? I've been trying to get you to leave my house for a week.
I had a whole closet in your house.
No, I can't tell you off. I gotta clear this up. So listen.
I had a whole closet. I have an underwear drawer, you idiot. I have
Somebody
a side
come
of a fucking
get
sink
this
in
girl.
your bathroom. Stop acting like I just came into your
Look at
life
her.
and just fucking. Oh my God, you're so funny, bro. This is so funny. How you gonna go on live with me in the other room thinking I ain't gonna come out and talk?
I'm not tripping on you coming out. Why are you still here? You got to leave. This is real life. This is not the shit with your parents. No, let's get you one now. Do you need help? Let's get you a jet. You have to leave. Shawty got to go. Like, what's up? I can't leave. I can't leave.
Look at this.
I can't leave. I've been sitting up all night. I can't get
up. Y'all see that chat on the screen? This is why I go in on men. Because they will never hold men accountable. They won't. So since I got a platform, I'm going to go in on them. And you're going to be mad. You're going to be upset. It'll be okay. But I'm going to call you out every time. Because you won't even hold this man accountable. I will say this, though. Dani Leighs had so many opportunities to be done with the situation before the baby came. Can we all just keep it real for a sec? Before the baby came, she had so many signs, so many red flags. I mean, she was constantly being told, and I'm gonna say by spirit, that she needed to leave this situation, but she stayed, and a lot of women do. And I'm gonna tell you now, this is what it leads to. It doesn't lead to peace. It doesn't. It makes you freaking insane. And I don't know how many examples do women need so that we don't keep repeating this over and over and over again, because there's so many examples. Summer Walker gave you an album. She even decided to put a song on there titled Insane. It does not lead to peace. So there were so many opportunities. I mean, I've never seen a woman get that many. I've never seen a woman get that many opportunities to leave, and she decided to stay. So, and the reason why I'm mentioning this from a spiritual standpoint, she changed her destiny. She changed her destiny. She kept going. She kept going. Her spirit team, her spirit guys, God, whoever, kept saying, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. This is not what you want. We got something better for you. And what did she do? She kept on. She kept on. She kept on. And she rewrote her destiny. And look how chaotic it is. It's a mess. And you want to know what played her? You want to know what played her? Her ego. Her ego played her. She was in competition with Mimi. She was in competition with women that we don't even know about. She felt like she had to prove something to people that don't matter. You have to understand that sometimes it's just best for you to leave a situation. You feel like you got to prove something by walking away. That speaks so much louder than you staying and auditioning for this circus. Because that's what she was doing. Now she's a part of it. She's a part of the circus. That's exactly what happened. So, definitely the baby should be held accountable, but we can all count on the fact that Black men won't do that. So, yeah, he needs to be held accountable. But Dani Leigh does too. And women who do what she do, I'm telling you, that is where you're going to end up. I don't know how many examples that you need. You saw Summer Walker. Summer Walker and Dani Leigh are in the same boat. They ended up in the same boat. They was on different ships, and somehow they ended up on the same boat. Let it go. Like, learn how to just let things go. Why hold on to them? They're not even serving you. Neither of these men are doing anything for them. So it's crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna block you. You guys, I block on this channel. So I don't even know why y'all come here. I'm not even gonna respond to you. I'm just gonna block you.
No sleep. This is
sleep. Okay.
this is get out. This is get out mixed with. I'm not trying to be. Listen.
You're not. You're not.
He's a great father.
Okay.
And you know that, Dani.
Okay.
He's a great father, right?
Okay.
He's a great father.
Okay.
No, he's a great father, right?
Okay. Sure.
She's a crazy
I was
bitch.
pregnant.
You weren't my girl.
I wasn't your girl.
Dani.
Danielle,
I wasn't your girl.
you ain't never been my
His
brother
brother is right there.
My
Doesn't
brother-
he call me his girl all the time? Don't he call me his girl all the time, Darius? Don't
Darius,
ask your people.
Darius,
They know me as your fucking
Darius,
girl.
what you
Stop
know,
it.
Shawty is, Darius.
Oh my God.
What you know, Shawty?
No,
Bro, hey, look, bro, this nigga know to have that phone out,
yeah,
man.
that's funny.
This is some
Funny
trapper,
as fuck.
this some trapper black nigga shit playing gone wrong.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Stop fucking showing.
Yeah, this is trying to trap a nigga going wrong. I'm
Trying
not
to
going.
trap a nigga? Are you crazy?
Shawty,
You just
yeah.
came at me last night, you idiot.
Shawty, you beg me. You be
You just came at
begging
me
me.
last night, you idiot.
This some jail.
I asked
Hey,
you,
somebody
why you
tell
coming?
Maury to call
I
baby,
asked
man.
you.
Let me run up a quick 10M.
Yeah, okay. Don't ever
Let me run up-
disrespect our
Let me run up a
fucking
quick
child like
10M. Somebody tell Maury to
that.
call
Yeah,
me,
don't
man.
fucking
Let's put this shit on Mars. Shorty is more material. Get up out my crib. Come on, get off my table.
Get outside.
I'm gonna say this, and hopefully my mama not watching. You never allow a man to come in you that's not your husband. And the reason is because you got to understand that that's a man marking his territory. You allowing it to happen, and you're not even securing your position. That don't make sense. And I'm talking about securing your position legally. You allowing this man to come all in you, throw off your pH balance, because you know that's what sperm do, especially when it don't mesh well with it. You know what I mean? And you allowing him to mark his territory over and 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 over again, and you not even legalizing your position. That don't make sense. I don't do business like that. I don't do business like that. And I don't recommend that anybody do business like that. Because you got to understand that when men do it, they're marking their territory. That is what they're doing. As soon as they do it, they feel like they have this type of control over you or possession of you at that point. And when it's not toxic, it's a good thing because it offers you protection, right? But it's bad when you are not legal, when you're not doing your job. You laying up, you doing grown woman things, but you're not handling your business in a grown woman way. And that's what I don't like. I don't like that because you're getting used. You're literally being used and you're being pumped, dumped, and thrown to the side as if you ain't worthy of more. And I don't like that. And that's all we see every day. And it's like you allowing this man to mark his territory and you not legalizing it on paper, your position can easily be compromised. And I'm just wondering, like, when are women gonna wake up and realize, like, that's what's happening. That is what is taking place. That is what's taking place. You don't have to believe in marriage, but a man shouldn't be marking his territory in you when that leads to other responsibilities that requires you to put some things on paper so that you can legalize yourself. Like, it just makes sense, you guys. It just does. And this is why I feel like women get trapped. I do. So y'all can make it about religion. I don't make it about religion. I don't make it about society. I don't make it about being seen a certain way. But if you're gonna allow a man to come in you, and I'm just being real with you, you need to legalize your position in his life. You shouldn't allow just anybody to just come in you like that. Spread his seed all in you, mark his territory energetically, and then you not handling your business. That don't make sense. And then he's trapping you, like, oh, from a spiritual standpoint, energetically, he's trapping you from a mental standpoint, right? Because he done got in your ear, telling you this, telling you that, and it's all lies. It's all BS, majority of the time. Because if he really felt that way about you, he would have a future planned and laid out for you. But a lot of them don't. They just say that in the heat of the moment, and then you allow it to happen. So come on, like and it is like, how many examples do you need? There's so many examples nowadays. It's like you shouldn't even be following in the same footsteps. There's too many examples.
Don't come out here.
Oh my God.
Get up off my table, shawty.
Oh my God, no.
No, this shit staying on. Call them people to come get shawty about my spot.
Go ahead,
Please,
call them to get
call
you and your
call them
child out
folks.
your spot. Go ahead.
I'm stuck. Hey, help.
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 You're such a fucking dick.
Help, hey,
You're
help
so
me,
funny,
nigga.
bro.
Hey,
You're so
why you sitting there? Do something.
Do something.
Do something, bro. And where's my baby?
Oh, you don't
You see what I'm
care.
saying? Like, Steph, come on.
Your baby is sleeping. I just put her to sleep.
Go
like I
back
do
there
every single day.
go with her or go.
No,
See what
get off
I'm
my
saying?
talking about my
You
business
my-
like that. The
girl,
fuck? That ain't
girl.
funny, bro. Ain't nobody was a part of my pregnancy. You weren't a part of my pregnancy. You don't need to tell nobody nothing. The fuck?
See, she don't want me to put out her real business, what her and her family got going on. That's the real
cool.
issue.
That's not nothing to do with us.
This girl got a real, you know,
that has nothing to do with us.
a real Matilda story type shit going on, you know. That I tried to save my child from.
Save your child
She got to save her face. Her family got to save her face. My family's not in the industry. Me being in the industry, that take care of my family. It's a difference.
16 years old, sorry. That's why
I didn't when I hey look, yeah.
See, and this is why the brother got involved. A lot of people think it's just because Dani Leighs, No, it was because of what he said about her family. And so his parent, or no, her parents weren't really happy about that. So he went on live and exposed the family. And so this was another reason why her brother felt like he needed to do something. It wasn't just because Dani Leighs was out here getting involved with a man that she shouldn't have. It was way more to it than that, because the baby didn't have to say all of this.
You know, I didn't skeet it in the wrong thing. I got to deal with what come with that. Yeah. But my last name Kirk is what I do. Okay. So I take whatever come with that full responsibility. But shout it, it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay.
The only person that I truly feel bad for is the child. I don't feel bad for nobody else in this situation. You grown, you made grown people decisions, and so you end up in grown situations like this. And of course, she responds out of her ego, and she says, "Lame as hell, running up on my brother on some slippery A floors with 5, 6 of your boys while he's by himself, not even touching him." Girl, he was definitely touched, okay? But he was pulling, some hair got pulled. He got scratched. He was definitely touched. That ain't gonna hold up in court, Dani. You gotta be calculated, sis. Because if I was the brother, I'd be playing the victim. I sure would. My shoulder, my neck, my back. Like, I would be playing the victim. But she also went on to say lame and so sad. I pray this stops now because this is my family and I got a daughter to raise. Sad. Yeah, he got touched by God, because I didn't see nothing. I didn't really see much, I didn't see much. And to the black men that don't want to hold him accountable, the baby accountable, this is what happens when you think your actions don't have any consequences. They do. Every action that you have, there is a consequence. The consequence can be good or it can be bad. And see, I think I'm gonna be honest with you guys. LAPD been on the baby for a few years now. They've been trying to catch him. They've been trying to get him, and I think they finally got him. But black men don't see it like that. They're too much in their ego. They're trying to be seen as hard in front of the world. But honestly, I mean, he could really face jail time behind this, because they've been trying to pin something on this man, and I think they finally got something. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to talk about this too. I just want to know who saw the sex tape. If you guys don't know who this is I learned all about him. Let me stop. Isaiah Rashad. Isaiah Rashad. Listen, after I saw the video, I'm gonna just say that I was shocked. First of all, because honestly, it was just, I wasn't expecting that. I just wasn't expecting it. First of all, whoever exposed this man, you are so foul. Because I'm cringing, because I'm like, oh my God, I would hate if someone did this to me. And my face is all up in the camera and everything. Like, oh my gosh, I felt so bad for him. But he's an American rapper. And when it comes to hip hop culture, they don't really hold space for gay men in that space, which I don't know why. There's a lot of them that are on the down low. And a lot of them, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. A lot of them saw that video and they liked what they saw too. But they gonna, you know what they gonna do? They gonna bully this man. They gonna make fun of this man. They're gonna put him down so that they can save face. But they know they liked what they saw when they saw that video. They know they did. And you know, I just wish these men would just come on out the closet. I think he's bisexual. I do. I think he has some type of like fetish or kink when it comes to dominating non-black men in the bedroom, because that's what I got from the second video. And it feeds into the ideology or rhetoric that Cynthia G has on her channel about how a lot of these men are on the down low and they really are interested in non-black men because that gives them some type of dominance. And if you look at the second video, and how he was basically doing like dom behavior in the bedroom over the two men that he was intimate with. So it kind of feeds into that a lot. And like I said, I think a lot of men in the black community, if they came across that video, they liked what they saw. It is what it is. And I wish they would come out about it. Just live in your truth, sir. I still don't think he had to be exposed like that, or yes, sexual dominance. I just don't feel like he should have been exposed like that. But I mean, a lot of men were, you know, poking fun, making fun of him and everything. But I'm just like, just because you're on the DL with it, why are you making fun of the very thing that you are, that you want to be? I don't get that. So yeah, how do I explain? Okay, I'm gonna explain the second video, because the second video is what really matters, and it feeds into what Cynthia G was talking about. So basically, he had a threesome with these two men, and they were non-black, and he was doing sexual dominance on them. That's all I'm gonna say. Sexual dominance, verbally, physically. It was like very authoritative, if that makes sense. Like that's what it was. And if you ask me, I think a lot of men are into that. I think they are. I think they are. They just won't admit it. And it just once again proved the rhetoric that Cynthia G talks about on her YouTube channel. So it is what it is. I'm like, dang. And it also explains why a lot of them like love to come for our hair and our makeup and everything. I think it's jealousy at this point, because after what I saw, I'm like, a lot of men probably want to do this, but they don't feel comfortable. If you ask these transgenders about all the down low men who pay them, you would be surprised. I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised by the video at all. Yes, there are a lot of black men on the down low, and I honestly, you know, if they respect me, I respect you. I don't care what you do in your bedroom. It's honestly not my business, because I don't want you in my business when it comes to what I be doing in my bedroom. You know what I mean? So if we respect one another, you know, respect. I don't care what you do, but live in your truth and be proud of who you are. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna tell you how to what you need to be doing. It's not my business. That's how I see it. It's no one's business. I was very shocked because of how the video was. I was just very, very shocked. Like, I'm like, oh my God, you know, without saying too much, I'm like, wow, he know what he doing. I'm gonna say that, you know, I'm like, oh, he know what he doing. Like, he was a pro. Okay. Shoot, if you go watch the video, you maybe can learn a few things. But outside of that, it was just like, who exposed him and why? Had to be somebody he really trusted. So there's another post that I want to show you guys too. Thank you. That is so sweet. Somebody said I can't. You know what? Like, it reminded me of that one video that went viral a few years back, where that woman was showing you how to use the grapefruit. If you've seen that video, that's what it reminded me of. I said, listen, he may need to start giving out some tutorials when he feel comfortable. Okay, let me see. Instagram. And yes, I'm definitely going to big him up because I don't want him to feel ashamed. Everyone on the internet wants to make him feel ashamed. I'm like, listen, he's doing what he's doing. He's grown. I hope everyone involved knew about it. That's the only thing. Is like hopefully everyone involved um were on the same page. But outside of that, I don't care. I'm gonna have to look into his music. Okay, I'm trying to look here. Because hold on, one of y'all sent me this post from Facebook and I'm trying to find it. Just give me a sec, just give me a sec. And oh, here it is. She sent me this in my DMs. And I have to show y'all what it is because I'm proud of us. I'm very proud of us. You know, I gotta leave on something positive. I'm very proud of us. When I read these comments, I said, thank God there's a shift happening. Okay, let me share my screen. This post was on Facebook. Let me blow it up. Do y'all see it? It says, dear black men, we will fight you. We will fight for you. I'm sorry. No, let me do it again. Dear black men, we will fight for you when you can't fight for yourself. Sincerely, love black women. I mean, the girl that made the post, you know, we're going to have a few of them. You know what I mean? Let me blow it up so y'all can see it again. Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, for sure. You guys, somebody said absolutely not. Listen, so this is on Facebook, and this is during Black History Month. I don't know. I guess this is like going viral again. I'm like, these comments, I was just hanging out in the comment section, and I said, you know what? I said, they getting it. Women are starting to wake up. Women are starting to wake up. Now, you know, I call it the spell. Some of y'all still under that spell, and that's okay. Because basically what we're asking for is for men to start reciprocating. And if you're not reciprocating, we not doing nothing. First of all, I just don't believe no woman should be out here fighting for no man. That don't make no sense. But these were some of the comments, y'all. And I'm loving the comments. She said, she said, the only thing that's sad about this is that black men really don't see that they don't fight for us or protect black women at all. To be technical, and we really want to go down the path of showing facts, we really can, because there's all kinds of examples all over the internet. So I am not fighting for ish until black men learn how to be real men. That does that sound like bitterness or hatred to you, or is that sounding like we just want men to reciprocate? That's what it sounds like to me. It don't sound like, you know, we have some type of resentment or bitterness towards it. It just sounds like okay, we have shown you for generations that we do our part, but y'all ain't been showing that y'all doing y'all's part. And so until y'all can step up and start showing y'all side, maybe we'll start, you know, I may give you a nudge or something, but it ain't gonna be no more than that, because that's ridiculous. And then of course you'll have a man chime in. You'll have a man chime in that'll say things like, "Well, what about black men that patrol inner city neighborhoods, making sure that black women and children are safe and protected?" Sir, we're talking about the majority. We're talking about the majority. I don't understand what do they not understand about that? If it was the majority, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We're talking about the majority here. We're not talking about the one or two unicorns that we be like, oh, we feel safe with you. That's ridiculous. I don't understand that. And they always want to separate themselves from Pookie and Ray. And it's like, if you would just hold Pookie and Ray accountable, Pookie and Ray wouldn't even be Pookie and Ray. They would not be Pookie and Ray. They would not. I just don't understand that. Infesting the rest of the community, the rest of you guys. The lack of accountability in men is why we really are turning our shoulders. We're turning our backs to it because it's just like, I just can't do it. I refuse to. And then someone had some sense and said, dear women, I don't want you to throw a punch. I'm scared you'll get hurt. Well, thank you for considering my safety, sir. Thank you for considering how me trying to defend a man puts me in harm's way. I'm done. Okay, I'm done. I had to point that out. Like, what? You guys. And this is what happens when we have a community that's filled with so many fatherless homes, and the only people that I see being held accountable for that are women. The men seem to be able to just skip on by. Nobody say nothing. Nobody say a word. But it's like, your father abandoned you and you have no words for him? Okay. All right. Because I could say, women, we can make better choices than men. We surely can. Yes, we can. We can. We can. Because Dani Leighs could have made a way better decision. There are plenty of women in our community that are like her. But y'all don't even want to hold the men accountable. They just to get, and it just reminds me of young boys and how they were never held accountable. And I'm going to get into that. Let me check my camera to see, because I'm about to get into it. And I'm going to start with the home and how young Black girls are raised versus how Black boys are raised. Let me see if I got time. Ooh, I got time. Just give me a sec. Because one thing that I want to mention, I'm going to give you a little description of how I grew up. And there's a lot of Black women that grew up just like me. Every day, it didn't matter if it was summertime or not, I had to be up at 5:30 a.m. I was ironing clothes, making sure my dad had non-wrinkled clothes for work. I was starting laundry. I was waking my brothers up. I had to get my brothers. Mind you, I'm not the oldest. I'm the middle child. I just happen to be the only girl. So it was my responsibility to wake up every day at 5:30 with my father to iron his clothes and prep his breakfast. Then I would start a load of laundry or fold a load of laundry. It just depended on, how that is. Then I had to get my brothers up, make sure they were up for school and make sure they would get off to school on time. And then I would have to get myself ready. And so when we look into the community, women, we get things done. We're able to multitask. We're able to do like 5 things. I know for people look at me all day, they like, how is she able to do all of that? It was how I was raised. I had to manage a household. I had to manage making sure the kitchen was clean. And I'm not talking about you just go in there and you just throw a rag on the counter. I'm talking about clean, spotless, no crumbs, no dishes in the sink. I'm talking, we mop the floor every day. We don't just mop it Fridays. So it was almost like I was like a mini mother at 8 years old. Like I just remember being 8, and because I was seen as the more responsible, right? And instead of my parents teaching my brothers to be more responsible, because I naturally had more, I naturally carried that trait to be more responsible. They put all the responsibilities on me. And so now when people look at me, they ask dumb questions. And yes, I say it's dumb because I'm just like, well, I mean, when I look at my childhood, 8 years old, I was running a household. 8, 9, y'all. It started very young. So when you look into the community, a lot of these men can't even run. They like, we run circles around them. Circles, y'all. Circles. A lot of us are able to do 5 things, get 5 tasks done in like an hour. It takes them all day. So they're not good partners. They don't make good partners at all. Because it's almost like you got to slow down in order for them to even be on your level. And that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You should be so much farther ahead than me, because how can you lead me if you behind me? That don't make sense. So a lot of us, we lead not intentionally. We lead by accident, because a lot of us were raised in a household as young girls running everything. Some of us were responsible of things that we had no business being responsible of. If I'm being completely honest, it's just crazy how now we're told we're too independent. No man gonna want you when you doing this and you doing that. And it's just like, well, a lot of us were raised to do all of that and so much more. I mean, even when it came down to discipline, because I was in charge, my parents always left me in charge. I was the one that took accountability every single time something went wrong when they were away. Like in the summertime, I'll never forget it. My brothers decided to do something so stupid, okay? Because I'm like the mama of the home when my parents are away. I'm downstairs, I'm like, okay, let me get my show in. Let me watch my show. I think I was watching like Living Single or Different World. I don't know, one of them shows. And my brothers were upstairs doing dumb stuff, throwing darts at a wooden cabinet, okay, pantry door. And somehow I was held accountable for that. You just let them, I didn't let them do nothing. But who was to blame? Me. Because who was in charge? Me. Who's not the oldest? Me. It's ridiculous. So it's like a lot of us grow up like that. And then we get in these relationships with men that want to twiddle their thumb. They don't know left from right. Some of them don't even know how to barely tie their shoes, take showers. You got to tell them to do that. It's like raising a son again. And it's like, dang, I raised sons when I was a kid. And you telling me I got to raise a son in a relationship? People ask me all the time, why are you single? I got a break. I get a break because I didn't get it in my childhood. I get a break now. And I feel so bad for women that that didn't take time out to take that break. They went to college, they hopped right into a marriage, and they never got that break. They never got that break. They got some men in their ear asking, when dinner gonna be ready? Is it gonna be ready soon? Give us a little credit. You said it takes us all day, but I respect your mom for having you do all of that early in the morning. It wasn't my mom that made me do all of that in the morning. It was my dad. My father. Because y'all really like to blame women for everything. My father made me do all of that in the morning. My father is the one that woke me up at 5:30 in the morning to help him. It wasn't my mom. Not everybody got the same story. Thank you for the super chat. So when people ask me, like I said, a lot of Black women are successful today based off of how we were raised. A lot of us were raised to do 5 things, 10 things at once, and somehow we had to make time for ourselves. Till this day, I don't even know how I did it. At one point, and mind you, they don't put the same requirements on the boys as they put on us. At one point, I was playing basketball. I had a job at Wendy's, and I was in school full time. So I was part-time. I was part-time working Wendy's. I was full-time in school. I was in high school, and I was full-time basketball. So I had to do homework, and I had to come home and make sure the kitchen was clean every night. Why did they want me to clean the kitchen? They wanted me to clean the kitchen because I cleaned the kitchen according to their standards. So they would make me do it because they knew if I went in there and did it, I was going to do it right. I wasn't going to half-ass it. Because you know how a lot of these men, they, I forgot what my therapist calls it. It's called intentionally being incompetent, where they pretend like they don't know how to do something or they half-ass do it. So then they put that responsibility on you. And you think I'm in a hurry to get married? I had to deal with that in my childhood. I'm not about to turn around and deal with that in a marriage. Have me running around doing everything and doing it all because I'm with a man that wants to pretend like he's incompetent and he don't know how to fold laundry. He don't know how to cook and clean. He don't know how to do nothing. You think I'm rushing to get in a marriage? No, I'm not. So they don't know how to clean toilets. I go and clean the bathroom. I mop and sweep it out. Do my brothers do that? No, they don't. They don't mop and sweep. They don't. They take a rag and probably do this, and then they done. You'll be lucky if they put some bleach on the rag, if you ask me. So I give Black women grace. If you were set up to not take time out of your life to get to know yourself, and you hopped from running a household in your childhood and now you're running your own household, I give women like that grace. I don't judge them. And if they do get divorced, so be it. And I feel like women that do get divorced need to be more supportive because a lot of them, they just didn't know. I could have easily fell into that same trap. But I was like, you know what? I looked at my bloodline and I said, my grandmother did it. My mom did it. I said, you know what? I'm going to do something different. So I did not rush down the aisle to get married and all that. I took some time out to myself. I sure did. So it's too much. It's like, dang. And that's what scares me about marriage. It's like, do I really want to get married and be running a household all the way until the time I'm laid to rest in the grave? I don't know. I can't make up my mind right now. Oh, man. I don't know. A lot. You got to understand too that a lot of parents do things out of a trauma response. The reason why my dad raised me like that was because he had a single mother and he watched his single mom do it all. So he prepped me for that. You know, it's crazy how Black fathers will prep their daughters for single motherhood over being with the man. I think it's interesting how the culture does that, by the way. So yeah, he was prepping me to be a single mother just in case. You know how that goes. They don't like to hold men accountable. They just, pump and dump and move you to the side. So yeah, he was prepping me for single motherhood. He wasn't prepping me to be with a man. He wasn't prepping me to be with a man that was going to be providing for me. He was prepping for me to get basically used up and thrown to the side, tossed to the side. And somehow I would be able to manage to survive. So because of that, he was a little more, harder on me. So the cycle continues. That's what he was prepping me for. We aren't trained to do household duties. Why not? It makes you an adult. We are trained to go out and build. Y'all not even doing that. Name one thing that you have built recently. I don't hear nothing. I hear crickets. No, what? Just one. Just one. Because, you got me, myself, and there's plenty of other women here that are doing both. Doing housework and building. I don't get it. I have 3 incomes right now. 3. Not one, not 2, 3. And I'm working on a 4th one. So building, what are you building? What are you building? That's what I'm saying. They don't know how to, they really feel like they gotta, This is them. They got to do one task. Okay. Oh, we got that done. Now I can finally 5 hours later move on to the next task. Okay. Then that's them. That's what they do. So I'm tired of the excuses at this point. It's like what have you built? Okay. Like it's excuses. You know, it takes them all day to just get one task done. It's their day off. You come home from work and you're like, did you get everything done that I needed you to get done? I got the one task you asked me to get done. What? Y'all, if I had a day off, I would have gotten so much done. How many women have that mentality? If I could just get a day off, I could get so much done. These men be having the whole day off and you give them a list of things to do. And it's just like they can't even complete it. It's like you didn't even complete everything on the list. What time can I send my limo over to bring you to the kingdom and show you? Like 5 hours later, you killing me. Because that's how it is. And you know why? It's because we don't have men teaching men how to be men. We have them in the community teaching them how to be players, teaching them how to manipulate women. It's all about sex, money. That's it. That's it. It's not about nothing else. Sex and money. Sex and money. Sex and money. Oh, chains. They all about the chains. They all about looking a certain way. That's sex, money, chains. Sex, money, get the chain to get the women. Okay. Money is definitely a part of building. It is. It is a part of building, but you shouldn't be a slave to it. And you're only a slave to it so that you can look a certain way among your peers. Other men, they make money a priority because they understand how keeping the wealth in the community keeps the community stable. Black men, it seems like black people in general don't understand that. It seems like black men and black people in general don't understand that. You keep fueling the community with wealth so that it creates a stable and it keeps a stable community. That's what it's about. I'm just wondering when we gonna catch on to that. But instead, we keep pouring into other people's community. I just saw what's his name? Jim Jones in the Gucci store. He wanted to get on Instagram and call out Gucci, and it's just Gucci because Gucci was, I guess, stereotyping him in the store. And I'm just like, if you don't like how Gucci runs their business, and yes, it was another black person too that was doing it, racially profiling him. If you don't like how other men, white men, do their business or foreign men do their business, why do business with them? Why do you continuously go to their business and put money into their community, and then you go back to a community that they have labeled the hood and the ghetto, and that's what you have to choose from? Make it make sense. Y'all don't care. Y'all comfortable and y'all nesting. That's exactly what y'all doing. Lions sleep and protect the pride when needed. Otherwise, they sleep. I mean, if black people want to keep comparing themselves to animals, I mean, if black men want to keep comparing themselves to animals, I mean, that's fine. But don't include us into that because I don't see myself as an animal. So I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say at this point. I feel like if you carry and you allowing a man to come in you and mark his territory, you need to legalize that. And I'm talking about in a home, in a car, in a safe neighborhood. It goes so much further than just marriage, sis. You need to legalize that on paper. That's it. And yes, you guys, you need to get a little more tough. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to assert yourself in a masculine way, you need to do it with your boundaries. Some of y'all too nice. Some of y'all are just way too nice. I said earlier in this live, if a man disrespects you so badly, it's like there's no coming back from that. There's nothing he can say, nothing he can do. No amount of money could ever make you go back to him because the disrespect was just that bad. It reached a threshold. Somebody said LeBron James is the richest black athlete, and his wife is black, and his kids is, and his mistress is a white blonde. Congratulations. And that's been going on for years. That has been going on for years, y'all. That has been going. If you did not know, I just don't like talking about it because I'm like, well, they do give us a good image in media, but it just sucks that that's what goes on behind the scenes. That's all. It's like, dang, you couldn't have gotten a mistress that looked like your wife or somewhat. I mean, at least black, but a white blonde. Dang, we can't win for nothing. And I feel like this is why Savannah, she typically keeps a low profile. Like if you go to her Instagram, she don't be posting like that. She don't. But lately, because LeBron has been sloppy, she has been putting herself more out here. So people will get away from talking about the rumors that have been going around because he's just been sloppy. I don't know. You know how men get sloppy after a while. I'm reading these comments and they got me on the floor. Can't nobody come for you like black women. I love black women. Good night. Y'all ran this man out of the chat. Yes, you guys. It's a known thing in LA. It's a known thing in LA that LeBron be out here running around with these white women. So if you didn't know that, I'm sorry. That's why I tell y'all all the time, don't put no relationship that you see on the internet on a pedestal. Create your own happiness. Create your own relationship. Don't go off of nobody else. Just do what you feel is best for you at the end of the day. And every relationship has their issues. So yeah, it was sad. When I found out too, I was like, really? I'm done putting relationships on a pedestal. I've been done with that years. But a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people didn't. But I'm not going to ever make a video about it because I'm like, at the end of the day, they do give off the black family image. And it's like, dang, besides LeBron James, there's not too many black families that we can really look to and be like, okay, that's a good looking family, Yeah, nobody's relationships is goals. I'm sorry I broke y'all's heart. I thought everybody kind of knew, but nobody was really. It was like the type of situation where a family member is getting cheated on and y'all don't speak of it. That's what it kind of reminded me of. Yeah, Jay-Z's mistress was white. A lot of listen. I told y'all, Cynthia G ain't too. Y'all call her crazy and y'all say all these things, but listen, these men feed into the very thing that she claims, the claims that she makes. So it is what it is. Yeah, Chris Paul. I haven't heard anything about Chris Paul and his wife. You're right. I haven't heard anything about Chris Paul and his wife. I hope not. I hope I don't hear nothing. Or Russell Westbrook. Somebody said Martin Luther King. We're gonna bring that up during Black History Month that he was out here. That's how he got compromised because he was laying up with the other woman. He was laying up with the ops. That's how they ended up getting him. That's some tea I never thought I would read. I'm like, dang, they didn't teach us this in history class. So yeah, it seemed like y'all just keep getting. Russell Westbrook has a mistress. You know what? I'm done. I'm done trying to find some hope somewhere. There is another video. There was a video that somebody sent me earlier, and a black male made this video, and he was saying that black love is dead. Gosh, and I shared him before on my YouTube channel. If you guys want me to react to it, let me know. I haven't sat down to watch it yet, but I want y'all to watch it too. Oh yeah, he called it Death to Black Love. And it's FD Signfire. I'm gonna put his channel up here so you guys can see. Finally, and he's married as well. I think he has 2 sons. He's raising 2 sons, and he made this video. I think that's how you spell his YouTube channel's name. I want you guys to watch. It's called Death to Black Love. And to Rihanna's fans, he used the thumbnail Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Don't get mad at me. But you should check it out. I like his content. He puts a lot of thought in his content, a lot of time in his content. Oh, did I just get rid of it? Has anybody watched it? Let me put it back on the screen. Okay, on this note, I'm about to log out, you guys, because I think my camera about to die. And if it do die, my bad. Honestly, I just don't feel like we need to put black in front of love. Like, can we just call it love? If we're gonna put anything in the front of it, healthy. That's all. I don't care what it looked like. I don't care what it looked like. I just need it to be healthy. It don't gotta be black. I need it to be healthy. I need it to be healing. I need it to be peaceful. If we're gonna put anything in the front of it, health, peace, and healing. If that ain't in the front of it, I don't want it. And it's just that simple. Take black out of it. Seems like there's some type of curse when you put it in the front of love. So healthy, peaceful, and heal. That's it. It don't gotta be black. So just so y'all know. I'm gonna log out, you guys. Hopefully, would you guys like me to do something for V-Day? For Valentine's Day? And you want me to like talk about that, or because I can. I just don't want it to be black in love. But I could talk about love and how healthy it can be or should be. Yes. I mean, I can. Which I would let me know. Just send it to me on Instagram if you come across something you think I should react to. Or maybe I'll do like a black love. But dang, that's like a killer on Valentine's Day. I don't know. I'll do something. But please give the video a thumbs up before you leave. I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye. Hold on. I just got another super chat. Did I? Hold on. Can you talk about how the community has nothing to say when Dani's brother, who is non-black, uses the N-word, but everyone was crying about Joe last week? Well, I will say this before I leave. I feel like it's because we don't gatekeep what black is. But I'll think about it. Thank you for the super chat, Moonstar. I really do appreciate that. Y'all have a nice night.